Welcome everybody to my thoughts and review on Saturday night's main event, July 18th. And I know I am uploading this video a little bit later after the show ended and finished. But I'm still making a review and I'm still giving you my honest thoughts on the show. So yeah, put your guys' thoughts, reviews down in the comments. And let's just get on with the first match. So I just finished watching Sony's App's review this morning. Early this morning, and he put this segment, this absolute shit show, first, and I'm gonna agree with him, and I'm gonna do the same thing as him, because this thing right here had absolutely no had absolutely no right being in the main event. I had absolutely no right getting us to think that this was actually going to be good and a good main event, because what this was just for people in attendance. What this was for just the Knicks fans, for just New York fans, for Americans who watch the NBA, and like me and Sawney and probably others as well who are in the UK, Canada, Mexico, Ireland, shit like that, don't need to be saying this shit show in the main event. Like, what is this? What is it? Anyways, let's talk about it. So we open this segment with Jalen Brunson. His song was on, or next song, whatever that song was, and he was walking backstage looking at posters of WWE wrestlers, Danhausen, Liv Morgan, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, stuff like that. And that went on for unnecessarily amount of time, because us at home watching it, we barely know who Jalen Brunson is. We don't know who Tyree Halliburton is. Like, we don't know them, and it frustrates us more that they put my favorite wrestler of all time, my greatest of all time, Roman Reigns, in this celebrity involvement, whatever. That's what hurt it more for me. And they made their entrance, iconic Roman Reigns entrance, putting their wands in the air. Still pisses off that Jalen Brunson was there, but it is what it is, I guess. I don't know. They made their way down. Roman Reigns grabbed the microphone. It's a Roman Reigns promo, so I can't really complain about a Roman Reigns. Well, actually, I can complain, but the fact that it was a Roman Reigns promo faded the complaining a little bit for me. But I'm still going to complain. I'm still going to complain about what he said and what this was, because it's shit. It's all it is. It's just a bag of shit. It is. He was just saying that Jalen Brunson is the GOAT of NBA, that he's won a lot of accomplishments. He's won a lot of awards, trophies, gold, whatever. Just basically praising Jalen Brunson of everything that he's done for the NBA and for the Knicks. It was shit. It was. And then Roman Reigns gifted Jalen Brunson a custom World Heavyweight Championship, which, in my opinion, done nothing for my excitement. Done nothing for me being interested in this segment, for me being interested in whatever's going on in the main event of Saturday night's main event. And then Seth Rollins' music hits. And then I thought, okay, Seth Rollins is coming out. But that was fucking Tyrese Halliburton. Yeah. Tyrese came down. Camera zoomed on Jalen Brunson's face, because apparently them two have a storyline and the Knicks or some shit. I don't know. I don't know. And then Seth Rollins attacked Roman Reigns, told Jalen Brunson to stay back. What did Jalen Brunson do? Followed Seth Rollins' lines, rules. He done that. And then he laid Roman Reigns out, put his head on the chair, going for a stomp. But then Jalen Brunson was standing in front of Roman Reigns, looking like a fucking Make-A-Wish kid from 2007, protecting his hero. And I was like, oh, that shouldn't be me, because I love Roman Reigns. I'm a Roman Reigns diehard fan. I love Roman Reigns. But it's just, it's just bullshit. It's bullshit. It's just bullshit. It's all it is. Now, I hope it's a one-off. I do, and I hope they don't get involved in SummerSlam. And I don't think they're gonna get involved in SummerSlam because I probably know why they've done this for the Knicks, Tyrese Halliburton, Jalen Brunson, stuff like that. And another guy that we're gonna talk about later in the show, but just because it's in New York City and celebrating the Knicks on that. But yeah, this segment gets a thumbs down. A massive thumbs down. 0 out of 10. Shit show. Shit show. Moving on with the women's tag team match for the women's tag team championships, which was Fatal Influence and Paige and Brie Bella. Now I'm settled now. I'm calm now because this match was good. It was a good women's match. Going into it, I thought and I wanted Fatal Influence to win. That was the outcome. It was, luckily. But let's just talk about some key highlights of the match. Both of the teams looked equally as good, but Fatal Influence, dominated most of the beginning. Fallon Henley went for a little cheap shot on Paige, but then Paige threw her out. It was a good throw as well. Just here and Lainey Reed started doing some lockups, back and forward roll-ups, back and forward blows, chops, stuff like that. Good beginning of the match. Nothing to complain about going into it, and a few minutes into the match, it was good. Good ringside involvement by JC Jane, doing mocking Daniel Bryan's yes, and Brie Bella's, obviously. And Brie Bella locked in the yes lock. Here's some really good yes kicks. Really like that. Doing some springboard moves on the outside. Doing some really tag team moves on the outside. Both of them done some really good team moves, just say. The match was short, but it was short and sweet at the same time. And then Fatal Influence used JC Jane's help to pick up the win and become the new Women's Tag Team Championship. Overall, I'm going to give this match a thumbs up. I'm in the middle, but I'm mostly slightly to the thumbs up. It was a good match. Good women's match. And yeah, nothing to complain about at all. And now we have JD McDonough versus Danhausen. Mr. Hausen. Hi, Hausen. This match was good. They started with JD McDonough beating up and destroying Danhausen for most of the beginning, like last match. Dominic Mysterio done some really good involvement, stomping down on Danhausen, slamming his head on the announce table. Then Danhausen put on the jersey, they were disrespecting him by sorry about the noises I'm making, but I was so unwell, bro. Anyways, move on. What was that? Actually, what the fuck did I say? What the fuck was that? I'm such a fucking cringe guy. Anyways, they were disrespecting Danhausen with the next jersey, but then when Danhausen put on the next jersey, he turned into fucking Superman and started hitting his fucking best moves, suplexes, stunners. He done a stunner to a counter stunner from a suplex by JD, really good. But then the Judgment Day was getting a table from under the ring, but then a Mini-Hausen was on the table, and then more Mini-Hausens came out to beat up the Judgment Day, but then Dominic and JD fought them off, absolutely destroyed them, but then Danhausen went to his cloning machine, grabbed that fucking stuffed animal, don't know why the fuck that's important. Anyways, he went and get a black cat stuffed animal, but then he put it into the cloning machine. It was cloning, and then this black guy from the Knicks, this nigger, came out. Yeah, it was weird. He came out and started marching down to the ring like fucking Andre the Giant on WrestleMania 3. Or was he dead then? Oh, I can't remember. Then he chokeslammed Jaden McDonough, chokeslammed Dominic through the table, and then Danhausen grabbed JD, hit a D drop, I think it was. The Danhausen death drop it's Sting's move, alright? Sting made that move important, but if Danhausen wants to use it, then there you go, Danhausen. There you go. There's your finishing move, you young lad. He hit it to pick up the win. Overall, this match gets a thumbs up. Really good match. It was just a good match overall. Now we have the really good technical match between Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. They started doing some really emotional bits, doing some emotional storytelling, and then Bayley done this really nasty elbow to the nose of Lyra Valkyria, busting her open, blood splattered everywhere. That I hope Lyra was okay. Well, she probably wasn't because she was bleeding out of her damn soul, but I hope she's alright. Healed, everything's good, no real bad injuries, but that blood, for me, it like added more story and more emotion during the match and after the match and stuff like that. The way Lyra looked and stuff. They done some really good technical moves in the ring, out of the ring, suicide dives, throwing each other out. Really good storytelling with the voices and the actions, the moves that they done. Good submissions locked on each other. And then Bayley first off locked in the submission that Lyra was going to do after. And then Bayley passed out. Really good match, really good. Between Bayley and Lyra. Good storytelling, good moves, just submissions and that. But then after Lyra, why? I can't speak for this illness. After the match, Lyra attacked Bayley and like hit a Nightwing on the steel steps. Also, they could have just pulled Bayley out under the steel steps, but it is what it is. And I do think personally that Bayley is gonna have time off. Maybe even just leave WWE, which I don't want to see because I love Bayley. But if she is done with WWE, Bayley, I know you're not watching this video. I don't even know why I'm speaking like she's gonna watch it. But gracias, and thank you for everything, Bayley. You've done for WWE and for this company. NXT Black and Gold, won many championships, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania matches, factions. So thank you, Bayley. And I hope you have a good night wherever you are in this world. Probably in New York or some shit. But I hope you're well, Bayley. And I love you, Bayley. And have a good retirement. Fuck you, Lyra. Now let's move on with the true and the real main event, which was an absolutely blockbuster of a match. Such a good Saturday night main event match between the team of Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, versus Gunther and Sami Zayn. Now, there was a little interaction backstage, getting interviewed. Cody Rhodes and CM Punk were getting interviewed backstage. And it was a good interview. Them two had good humour against each other, good stuff they said against each other. Then Cody Rhodes came out, CM Punk came out. Then, good match, good technical, good powerhouse using by Gunther and stuff, good chops, technicals, locks, submissions, and then a really brutal slam on the barricade to CM Punk by Gunther, which was really effective and good. These two are going back and forward, jumping off the top rope, middle rope, stuff like that. Good storytelling, good use of what was happening between Gunther and Sami Zayn, the fact that them two didn't want to team up, but the only reason why they teamed up and joined forces were because they were, first off, forced, and second off, because the stakes, what was going to happen, if they win, then they get shots at SummerSlam, which didn't happen, but that was the stakes. So yeah, and then the Cody Rhodes locked in a figure four leg lock when CM Punk locked in a Anaconda Vice on Sami Zayn, and then Gunther raked the eyes of CM Punk. Called over for Sami. Sami attacked Cody. Both of them got out of the submissions. Really, really good match. Like, actually, just if you guys have spare time, like a spare 12 minutes, go watch this match. This match was fire. And then Gunther grabbed the title because like the referee was down by Sami Zayn's usage. Pushed CM Punk, I think it was, onto the referee after Cody Rhodes hit a crossroads and Gunther. The referee was down, so then Gunther went over and got the championship, the undisputed WWE Championship, to be Pacific. Smashed it off Cody's head, called for a referee, hit the powerbomb. 1, 2, Nick freaking Aldis from under the ring, yanked the referee out, and stopped Gunther from getting his moment and time to shine on WrestleMania from being in the Fatal 4-Way. And then CM Punk at the GTS pulled Cody onto Gunther and picked up the win. Solid, really, really good match. Again, if you guys have a spare few minutes, go watch this match. It's definitely worth it, please. Good match. Good follow-up after. I think Nick Aldis is definitely going to have his match against Gunther. One thing I would like is if Nick Aldis announced the match that he was going to have with Gunther on this show. But, we're just going to have to wait till SmackDown. It's not that long of a wait. It's only Friday. Yeah, good match. Good follow-up after. Good storytelling. Good just story overall. But then after the match, CM Punk accidentally, it wasn't accidentally, it was on purpose, smacked Cody Rhodes in the face with the championship. And then CM Punk was getting interviewed, but then Cody Rhodes came. By the way, this is on YouTube, so just go on the YouTube page and you'll find this moment. But then they started arguing. It felt real. I know it's probably kayfabe, and I know that for a fact, but it felt really real when Cody Rhodes was pushing the cameraman away, when Bobby Roode was doing it, when CM Punk was doing it, when even Trick Williams came in. If it wasn't real, which obviously I know this was not real. This was kayfabe, obviously storytelling and that. But if this was real, the stuff that happened would have happened. What does Trick Williams have to bring to the table of the whole argument and Cody Rhodes and CM Punk? Nothing, because he's not in any storylines with them. But trying to break them apart felt really real. Just really real. So yeah, go watch that. Go watch this match. Really good. Looking forward to seeing what's happening at SummerSlam. Maybe a street fight between these two. If the storyline adds up more and follows to more brawls, more war of words, stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, that is my Saturday night's main event, July 18th edition of New York review. Overall, out of 10, I'm gonna give this show a 6 out of 10. It was a decent show. But yeah, go watch the main event, definitely. If you guys have a few spare minutes to watch 2 or 3 matches, the matches that I would mostly give you to watch is the Danhausen match. That's a really fun one. And the main event. And go watch that segment that happened after. But yeah, fuck that segment between Roman Reigns, Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Halliburton, and Seth freaking Rollins. That shit. Anyways, I'll see you all in a couple of days. Remember, uploads are frequently now. But I am ill, and I really try to put my effort into making videos for you guys. But I appreciate you all for staying tuned, watching me just blab on about wrestling, reviews, talking about shows. And I'll see you later. Peace.